Send me the nudes. Actually, I like boobs. I do like boobs. I want to see. I don't have Instagram. I want to see boobs. Oh. And don't be grossed out by me, ladies. I do wash. Read this, please. My son, who is 10, is totally infatuated with Chantel. He calls Chantel beautiful, funny, sweet, and always blow Chantel a kiss before bed. Oh my gosh! Well, here. That's for your son. That's so cute. That's so cute. Tell him to hit me up in 20 years.
What? What the f?
I have no comment about Karate Joe. I don't know the circumstances of everything. I don't know anything. Like, I just don't even want to talk about it at all. Like, I don't want to go there. Like, at all. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but like when it comes to sex offenders, registered sex offenders, I feel like fuck, I don't know. Like I just feel like this was in a movie I watched too called Little Children. Like if somebody pays their debt to society, I'm not saying like yes, okay. I just like you know what I mean? Like these people will like just throw eggs at the house, go beat them up like all the time, and you could say yeah they deserve it, they're gross, whatever. But yeah, but come on, you know what I mean? Like lock them up then or whatever. But just like, do you know what I mean by that? I don't know. I know she have problem. Oh yeah, I have problems. I have problems. Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. Chantel Marie. She really has no bottom, so should I be shocked? Not necessarily. Am I? Quite a bit, yeah. Chantel has said and done a lot through the years, but nothing showcases who she is more than these ongoing live streams, where it's difficult for her to filter herself as much, and because of the ongoing drug abuse, it's close to impossible. For most viewers, it's just been a bit more eye-opening. However, for Chantel, this has truly just been a huge mistake for any future cries for sympathy or to cry victim in almost any way. So just a quick recap when it comes to the topic at hand. A few months back, one of Chantel's mods, Karate Joe, was doxxed. And normally, doxes are frowned upon. This is the exception, because Karate Joe was found out to be a child predator. This was Chantel's response upon finding out.
I'm shocked, but I'm not. No, honestly.
Now, when I first saw this response, I was very confused. However, I had to remind myself, and also probably be reminded, that the French lover that she's talked about off and on for a couple of years was actually a predator himself. It was someone who was close to the age of 40 who did prey on Chantel.
But this guy, I was 16 or 17. So this is kind of wrong. I had a thing for older dudes. And I was boy crazy. My friend was living at this place in her apartment, and she was like the only teenager we knew that had her own place, so we would party there all the time. We were all sitting outside. I get there. There's this man outside with them. He was talking to my friend's boyfriend. Very ripped. He had big muscles. Like nice muscle structure, you know? Tanned, nice skin tone. I thought he was very good looking for his age. He looked to be in his maybe 40s, late 30s, 40s. Um, Turns out he was 38. And the minute I got there, our eyes locked. You know when that happens? And he looks at you and he has those like fuck me eyes. You know what I mean? Like he wants to eat you up and your panties moisten. So inappropriate. I had an intense, instant sexual attraction to this guy. He's like, my heart racing. I go up these stairs, narrow stairs. It was hot. I get to the top. His door was at the end of this little hallway. He opens the door, he looks at me, and this grin. And this guy had the most beautiful teeth. Shining, gleaming white smile. Chiseled features. Oh, he was gorgeous. And he just like smiled at me and was like, you naughty girl. I remember he said that. He's like, you're bad. So he invited me in. I was so shy. I was nervous. But I was excited. So that started a rather tumultuous summer affair. The age gap was too much. He expected me to have the maturity level of a 38-year-old woman, and I didn't.
No matter Chantel's behavior when it comes to those encounters that she had with that predator she calls the French lover, she was still a victim. She was a child. On and off over the past few months, people have brought up Karate Joe again to Chantel. Chantel cannot control what is said to her, what is asked to her. She can, however, control how she responds. She can control how she reacts. And recently, this time around, she wanted to elaborate on her thoughts. Keep in mind the topic, the question at hand was about Karate Joe, a former friend of hers who's been outed as a sex offender.
I have no comment about Karate Joe. I don't know the circumstances of everything. I don't know anything. Like, I just don't even want to talk about it at all. Like, I don't want to go there. Like, at all. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but like when it comes to sex offenders, registered sex offenders, I feel like fuck, I don't know. Like I just feel like this was in a movie I watched too called Little Children. Like if somebody pays their debt to society, I'm not saying like yes, okay. I just like you know what I mean? Like these people will like just throw eggs at the house, go beat them up like all the time, and you can say yeah they deserve it, they're gross, whatever. But yeah, but come on, you know what I mean? Like lock them up then or whatever. But just like, do you know what I mean by that? I don't know.
When I first heard this for myself, I almost had no words. Keep in mind, this is a woman not too long ago that provided a false alibi to thousands of people, her viewers, for a man who was recently accused of rape. She published that community post knowing that man had been in the same room with that woman and she was not there. So it's bad enough she did that. Chantel has gone from romanticizing predators to sympathizing with them. And through past behavior, the only victim that deserves sympathy is Chantel. Chantel didn't hesitate to try to discredit and dog out this woman who made the claims to a man who Chantel has said herself has predatory behavior and can be very inappropriate when it comes to viewers. She didn't hesitate not one bit.
There are like naked video, like there are sex videos because I caught him like recording without me knowing about it once. That he wrecked my life for months, probably. Like I'm gonna need therapy for sure. I don't want him to find another victim, Sandy. I really don't. Him calling her over and over, messages of all these women with him calling them over and over, like, and I'd be like, why do you need to call these women? And I believed him. He was like, because They call me first, so I want to see who it is. I know a lot of people are just messing with them. It's like, so why are you continually calling? But then why are you continually calling them over and over? Like, that's fucking harassment. Like,
When it comes to the debt to society,
when it comes to sex offenders, registered sex offenders, I feel like if somebody pays their debt to society,
that hasn't been paid. That will never be paid because the trauma that that child can carry around can last a lifetime. However, back in 2017, Chantel seemed to have understood that. She vaguely shared a story about something that happened to her when she was young. She didn't go into detail, and I don't know if she went into detail in a different video, and I just haven't seen it. However, Chantel understands the impact of things that happen to you when you are young and how that can translate and carry on for years.
and there's something that happened to me when I was in school. Something very cruel. And I never told anybody about it because it's so humiliating. And I don't know if I'll ever be ready to talk about it. I've never told anybody about it. Not even my mother. And I think that's partly why I have so much hatred. I'm picking off the toppings. Towards humanity. Towards people. Because I've been treated like pure shit from so many people for no reason. That really hurt me. And how do you forgive that? How do you do it? And I'm speaking from the heart, and I know this is really morbid, but I want to forgive them. But a part of me really wants to collect them, lock them in a basement, and watch them rot. And then set them on fire. That's how much hatred I have. And I feel like I do need to talk to somebody. I don't know. Before it just eats me alive, you know? And I wonder, like, why do I hurt myself for what other people have done to me when I didn't deserve it? Why? Does that make any sense?
So if that's Chantel's response to what happened to her when she was young, keep in mind it's a bit vague. I don't fully understand it. And guess what? It's not my place to. That is her story. That is her trauma. That's something she needs to address. But to see who she was and how she was speaking in that moment, imagine that victim of her dear friend Karate Joe. I wonder if they have the same thoughts. I wonder how long that trauma will carry on with them. Let's not forget a huge amount of sex offenders reoffend. I don't think that's news to Chantel. I truly don't. It's one thing to be able to relate to someone who's seen as a bad person who's made bad choices because currently most of Chantel's following is a hate following due to her own actions and behavior online. It's a whole different thing to be able to sympathize and relate to child predators. That is completely different. Now, on the topic of children, I have mentioned the way Chantel talks about past encounters with childhood friends or her own experiences. Sometimes it does make me uncomfortable how she still chooses to like sexualize them a bit.
And he looks at you and he has those like fuck me eyes. You know what I mean? And your panties moisten. So inappropriate.
Now, more recently, I believe it was a channel member who mentioned to Chantel that their young child watches her. Her response was odd.
Read this, please. My son, who is 10, is totally infatuated with Chantel. He calls Chantel beautiful, funny, sweet, and always blows Chantel a kiss before bed. Oh my gosh. Well, here. That's for your son. That's so cute. That's so cute. Tell him to hit me up in 20 years.
What made me most uncomfortable was just the tail end, that last part.
Tell him to hit me up in 20 years.
Was that really necessary? Why? Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it can be a bit uncomfortable when you hear a child watches you, especially in this corner of YouTube. I've had it said to me from time to time during my live streams, and it does catch me off guard. However, that wouldn't be my response. I've responded once where I actually, I think they were 17. I actually asked them to just go watch something else. And then recently, I think a parent told me that they were watching with their child, and I almost stuttered, honestly, but they were with their mom and I didn't know what to say. And I didn't want to feel like I was overstepping because I'm not a parent. I'm definitely not that child's parent. So I can understand being uncomfortable and maybe put on the spot when you find out, a child's watching content that's probably not for children. Not probably, it's not for children. My channel's labeled not for children. Chantel's channel definitely is not for children. And if you're watching Chantel directly, you are watching a train wreck. And if you're watching me, you're watching me watch a train wreck who's constantly abusing drugs and doing so many inappropriate and problematic things. So I can understand maybe being caught off guard and not knowing what to say, but that tail end is not something you should say even when you are uncomfortable or you don't know what to say. That is just weird. Of course, Chantel sympathizing with predators was brought up again. It'll probably be brought up again from time to time because that message was very loud and very clear.
This fucking sympathizing with fucking sex offenders bullshit. Just because I don't believe in people who've done their time to be fucking harassed by society every damn day doesn't mean I agree with what they did. Again, twist my words some more.
In the beginning of the video, I played a few clips of Chantel being inappropriate with her viewers.
Send me the nudes. Actually, I like boobs. I do like boobs. I want to see. I don't have Instagram. I want to see boobs. Oh.
In a way that she herself has had issues with when it comes to Natter.
You look really, really fucking strong. You look like a real man. Talking like all these pictures of women on your phone, naked pictures.
I won't be discussing it in this video, but I will be discussing it in the next video. Chantel has had predatory behavior for some time. And if Chantel was a man on this platform, the response would be a lot louder. A lot louder. From the harassment, the stalking, the soliciting of nudes, it's all disgusting. Chantel will continue to blame others for her problems. She will continue to blame others for her reactions, her responses, but when the time always comes for her to be a victim, for her to be shown sympathy and empathy, she will always try to capitalize on that. But she has always been and will continue to always be the only person worthy of sympathy in her eyes. It is really disgusting the words she spoke in that live stream. But she won't see it like that. She will continue to say people are twisting her words and hearing what they want to hear. That clip speaks for itself. The message was very loud and clear. And if she continues to address it, I have a feeling it will just get worse. Because that's who Chantel is. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will be discussing further a bit more for predatory behavior and just some of the double standards when it comes to Chantel and everything she chooses to display when it comes to these live streams. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up. It does support my channel. Remember, guys, be better today than you were yesterday and greater tomorrow than you will be today. And if all else fails, Please do not sympathize with predators. Later, guys.